Alright, we're gonna get right into this here. Fuck the intro. As you can see, I missed the first two periods of this first game. This is my road to the Division 1 title. As you can see, it's 2-1 for him after that goal by Thornton. The third period is definitely the most exciting part of this game as we just go back and forth scoring. I'm gonna grab the lead here for the first time in the game. And right off the face-off, I'm going to have a nice passing play here, finished off by Nathan McKinnon going bar down. Really nice goal there. Late in the third, I'm actually going to get a power play, but he's going to end up getting a short-handed goal here with Matt Duchesne, getting around my defense with speed, and he's going to get another one really shortly after with Joe Thornton. I read that play perfectly, but the bounce off the defenseman shin pad went right back to him. We'll go straight to the shootout. Nothing really happened in overtime. Right there, I make a nice save with Lundqvist. He had me beat if he would have put it upstairs. My first shot with James Neal, I can't get it by, top blocker. And up next for him is Marian Gaborik. He's going to come in right down the middle, fake the slap shot, and I'm just going to get the pad out in time to stop him. Once again, if he would have went upstairs, he would have had me beat. But I managed to get the pad down with Ben Bishop, obviously 6'7". Pretty big body, you're not going to beat him down low that often. Next up for me is Nathan McKinnon. I'm going to go in on the right side, pull it to my forehand, try and go top right, and for some reason it went 5-hole, and that didn't have any chance of going in at all. His third shooter is Matt Duchesne. Once again, he's going to fake a slap shot, and I'm going to go to the good old reliable flying poke check. Not many times you'll get beat when you do the flying poke check, but if they're going in slow enough and they pull it to one side, you're pretty much screwed. And he's going to try it himself, and there's what I'm talking about. If you go in slow enough and just pull it to one side, you'll be perfectly fine. On to the next game here. Right off the opening face-off, I'm going to get a really cheesy backhand goal on the first shot of the game. He's going to get it right back, though, with a goal by Joe Thornton on a nice one-timer in the slot. Now late in the first period here, he's going to get his first lead of the game on the power play. Zdeno Chara from the high slot. No chance for Ben Bishop there. He's going to grab a 2-goal lead here late in the first, and that's a backbreaker right there, allowing a late goal like that. Now to the second period, he's going to grab another one here. That was a pretty bad play by Bishop. We're down by 3 goals. We're not completely out of it yet, still half a game to go. I'm going to get one back here with McKinnon. Really nice one-timer from the slot. And as you'll see right after this goal, this game is actually going to lag out. Even though I was losing, I don't know what happened. I still got credited with the win. So on to the next game. He's going to grab an early 2-0 lead here with a snipe from the slot. And then a really bad turnover by me here. He's going to come in, get a cross-crease pass to Tyler Bozak in the slot. No mistake made. That's a 2-0 game. Now in the last minute, I decide to pull my goalie, and as you'll see here, I try and switch to get the right player, and as he's skating up the ice, I cannot get the player that I want once. He's going to put it in the open net. That'll finish the game off, 3-0. This next game, the guy who I was playing, I don't know what he was doing, but he wanted to be manual goalie a lot apparently. He switched to his goalie, and that really cost him in this game. I get the first goal there. He's going to get one right here by Evander Kane, but after that it's pretty much all me. He's going to come out, and I'm going to steal it from him with Skinner, send it in the slot, and get a goal with Camilleri. That makes it 2-1. Off the face-off here, I'm going to get it to James Neal. Come into the zone, rip a slap shot, the rebound I'm going to put home with Matt Duchesne. No mistake there, 3-1. Now a penalty's coming up, and I'm going to get it up to Marty Havlat, and watch this move. Gets myself on the breakaway, and look at the patience there. Nice goal to make it 4-1. Late in the second here, I'm going to get another one, this time with James Neal, as I get it up to Nathan McKinnon, 2-on-1 over to Neal, and once again he controls his goalie, and that was a big mistake by him. That makes it 5-1. Going into the third, the physical play really picked up. I mean, he started being really physical, and I just decided to come back with it too. As you can see here, he decks Andrew Ferentz, and I come in with Dubinsky, and I don't believe he gets, I think he gets maybe one punch in on me, and that is about it. I completely destroy him in this fight, as you can see. But that was only the beginning of the physical play. Right off the next face-off, after this fight, you'll see he's going to crank Stefan Robida, and unfortunately I don't have too many fighters on my team, and I did not appreciate in a 5-1 game him just going around running after all my players. So I ended up fighting with Camilleri. That didn't go so well, but still I'm going to stand up for my players, especially when we're down 5-1 in a game. And right after this fight, he's actually going to destroy Matt Duchesne and actually injure him with Tyler Myers, who is 6'8", and I ended up fighting him with Mason Raymond, and that was not a good idea. Trying to stand up for my players, but this is clearly an unfair advantage here, as he's going to take me down real easily. Big height advantage there. I'm going to pick up the physical play, though, as he was. Here, I got a delay, or he's got a delayed penalty coming up. He's going for the puck, and I just decide to drop him. Surprisingly, no interference penalty. But I'm not complaining, and off the ensuing face-off on our power play, I'm going to win the draw back to Jack Johnson, as you'll see right here. And that's going to make it a 6-1 game as I take a slap shot. That goes top corner. And this game is pretty much in the books. There's just a ton of physical play coming up right here. As you can see, I don't even care about the puck. Just trying to pretty much injure any of his players at this point with the game out of reach. Here, he's going to get a goal, somehow splitting my defense. That makes it 6-2. I'm going to get one back here. This is going to be with Raymond. He's a manual goalie again, and that doesn't go so well for him, as it didn't all game long. Late in the third, as you can see, time winding down. He's going to get his third.
That ends the scoring threat. That's a major league collision right there. On his own. There's the whistle. Here comes a penalty shot.
Now, before I continue, I should probably say that to win the Division I title, you need to get 16 points in 10 games. So that requires you to go about 8-2, or at the worst 6-0-4. But even then, that means no regulation losses. As you can see, I score on the penalty shot with McKinnon top corner. He's going to get it back late in the second with Couture on the breakaway. We're going to skip the third here and go straight to overtime. As you can see, behind the net with James Neal, I'm going to send it to the point, get a one-timer with Dan Boyle, and that's going to end. That win ends up getting us to 4-1 on the season. That means I can only have one more regulation loss or 2 overtime losses in the next 5 games. As you can see here, he's going to tie the game up. We're going to go straight to the shootout. First shooter, James Neal. I'm going to get a goal here. As you'll see in the few shootouts that I'm in this road to the Division I title, I usually go with the same guys and use a lot of the same moves, as they're pretty reliable for me. I don't like to do anything too fancy, especially in games that I really want to win. As you can see, he's going to get a goal with Pacioretty as his first shooter, so it's tied up at 1. Here with McKinnon, I'm going to try and go top right. As you can see, I've done that a few times with McKinnon, including on the penalty shot. That time it doesn't work. His second shooter is going to be Stahl. He's going to come in, and I'm going to back up a bit too much, and he's going to snipe it top blocker. That means I need a goal to keep it alive. Last hope, Michael Camilleri. I'm going to come in. He's going to go all over the place, but he's going to end up making the pad save as I try and go backhand forehand. That gives me 1 overtime loss, so I could only have 1 more overtime loss if I want to keep my hopes up for the Division I title. I'm going to grab the early lead, but he's going to get one right back here, as he's going to send it in front of the net, and going to end up putting it home right here with Gretzky. That makes it 1-1. Going into the third here, right off the face-off, I really like doing this play. I've only managed to do it pretty much perfectly a few times. Here is one of the times that it just, you could tell when it works, it is pretty nice. Really nice goal there. 2-1, delayed penalty coming up, and he's going to get a one-timer goal here with Van Riemsdyk. Off to another shootout here. James Neal, as you can see, trying to go backhand, forehand. He's going to stop that. So not too good of a start to the shootout. His first shooter here. He's going to come in, and he's going to try and go top glove and miss. So we're still tied in the shootout here, no one with a goal. My next shooter is McKinnon, as you'll see here, going in on the right side. And as you'll see, I like to go to the top right a lot, but sometimes I'll go backhand like I did here. And as you can see, if they bite and go to the glove side more, I'll usually try and go back. His second shooter is Gretzky. He's going to come in, try and backhand, and that's going to hit the side of the net. So I'm going to have a chance to win it here with my third shooter, which is Mike Camilleri. Obviously, the shootout win would allow us to still have an overtime loss option or a shootout loss option. I'm going to come in and try and go top glove. I'm going to end up missing. So I just have to make a save and I'll be able to get the win. He's going to come in straight down the middle. And good old reliable flying poke check. So with that win, that gets me to a record of 5-1-1. Obviously, like I said, I can only afford to have an overtime loss or a shootout loss and continue winning pretty much. Here we're going to get off to a good start in the game, getting a goal on a tip from Marty Havlat. He's going to get it right back midway through the second period here. He's going to grab the rebound with Spezza, put that in. On to the third period we go, shorthanded. I'm going to win the draw and rip a slap shot with Jay Bomeister. And it's looking pretty good going into the third period, up 2-1. But unfortunately, luck is not on my side this time. Pacioretty's going to tie up the game here, and then it just goes downhill from here. Just need to get it to overtime, tied up, 16 seconds left. He's going to grab the lead. And that's going to end up getting me the regulation loss, forcing me to try and do this all over again, which is quite disappointing. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Have a good day. Peace.
Not much time left here in this third period.